It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's live again. It's Friday, Sunday. It's live again. Are you ready?
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
Yes, it's Friday again, and a very good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright. And a big thank you, John Alex, for keeping us entertained this afternoon. Thank you, John. I will be keeping you entertained for the next hour, so come and say hi. The comments section has rebooted. This hour, I'm going to be giving you my top tips and advice on living and working in Spain. And today, I've got a special favourite for you, some of my ultimate one-time off hits here that I absolutely love. This is my own little personal choice of my music today for you to try and get you into the mood for the weekend, starting you off with this classic, Wanna Make Love to You.
It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend.
Now it's time to say a big thank you to the sponsors of my show, Next Stop Ibiza, a professional relocation service and property search in Ibiza. NextStopIbiza.com understands the challenges and the joys of relocating to Ibiza and is committed to making your transition as seamless and stress-free as possible. So if you're thinking about buying or renting in Ibiza or relocating there, then go straight to NextStopIbiza.com. You're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright, on a Friday afternoon, and thanks for joining us in the comment section. We've got Danny FS, Andy, and John Alex, and Guy. Guy, this next one is for you. It's also on my top 10 list here of my favourites. And jump.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright. Section is open. Shout live to the DJ right now via our website.
And here he is, the legendary David Wright.
Okay, so I've been banging on about this dog insurance for the last couple of weeks now, and today is the last day. You're supposed to have been the last day, but it's all on the hold, so panic over, don't worry. If you haven't got the dog civil liability insurance yet, you don't have to at the moment. They've put it on the hold until later on in the year, possibly early next year. Apparently, they haven't found a way of policing it yet, believe it or not. So yeah, that was a bit of a false flag there. So this dog civil liability insurance, it's not a pet insurance, it's a dog civil liability insurance. It will be coming out soon. So what I would say is check with your household insurance provider. You might be able to get your dog covered through that way, and it might be already on there and included, but it must state that it's dog civil insurance for your dog, and it must be covering each dog that you own here in Spain. This is the new law that's going to be coming into effect. It was supposed to be coming into effect today. That was the last day today, but they've put it on hold so you don't have to worry. So you've got time to check with your home insurance company and see if they can get the dog put on there. It might be cheaper than doing it through for the insurance companies, although I've been told it's about 25-30 euros for the year per dog. So yeah, so that's a little bit of a reprieve for you if you've got a dog here in Spain. Also in Malaga, they've just announced that they've got the first pet cemetery opening up later this year at a cost of over £1 million. This project is to help people with depositing the ashes of their pets and having their pets put in this pet cemetery. Apparently Spain is starting to come into these new laws, these new pet laws and regulations, and they're being a little bit more careful with the cruelty to animals with all these new rules and regulations. So this is a good move in Spain's part, don't you think?
Live.
David Wright.
David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
So last month, the Ministry of Consumer Affairs here in Spain petitioned the European Parliament in Brussels to get this airline baggage charging down. Now, some of you probably know that some of these low-cost airlines coming from the UK and all over Europe into Spain are charging now a lot of people for their hand carry luggage on the planes. And the European Union are putting out a petition for this. There's several countries have signed it. They're trying to get these airlines to stop charging people for carrying on hand baggage. They're saying it's an essential part of air travel and they should not be charged for it. So what do you think? Is that a good idea? It's a pretty good idea, I think, no? This is a bit... Okay, so 32, 34 degrees forecast for this Saturday and Sunday, so it's going to be pretty hot here in Almeria. What are you up to the weekend? Come and tell me in the comment section. And I was having coffee with one of my friends at the embassy the other day, one of my top contacts here, and we're talking about the TIE card and the old A4 green paper residency paper. Now, which one have you got? Have you got the new one? Probably. If you've been in Spain for a little while, you might still have that green paper one. Well, it's not obligatory to actually change over to the TIE card just yet. It's not a law, but it will be very soon. I've been talking to some people and we think this is going to be changing very soon. So if you haven't already changed over to the new TIE card, I suggest that you do so now. At the moment, it's around €12. It's fairly easy and straightforward to do yourself here in Spain, but I'm sure that once it becomes law here, that will be the main card to go to, and I'm sure they're going to charge more than €12 for it. And you know what Spain's like, probably charge you a lot more than €12. So yeah, the A4 green paper one, it's still legal to use here, but some time ago before I changed over, well actually when I changed over to the TIE card, I was actually asked for the green one, the paper one, because I've been here for so long now, and I gave him my TIE card, the new one, and it was in the bank. And they weren't happy about it. They wanted to see my passport and the green paper one. And I told them that my friend at the embassy has said that this is the card now and is legal to use that as form of ID, even in the notary. And after some toing and froing and speaking to her manager, she accepted that a TIE card was okay. Now, this TIE card, if you've got the new one, you can use it without your passport in the notary for buying and selling and signing official documents, things like that. But remember, if you've got the A4 green paper one, it is still okay, but you have to carry that with you all the time, including your passport, because the A4 green paper one is not an official ID card. So you need to carry your passport with you at all times here in Spain, as it's law in Spain to carry ID with a photograph on it. So yeah, it's quite inconvenient to do that, as you can probably imagine. So if you haven't changed to the TIE card, then I suggest you do so very soon. Okay, so it's Friday, and tonight we got something very special for you. Tonight, Ryan Brown is doing a one-off show special called a Faceplant Friday, where Ryan Brown is going to be playing some dance music, rock music and party music to get you in the mood for the weekend. So remember to come and check into Faceplant Friday this Friday, and that is 8 p.m. Spanish time, 7 p.m. UK time, Ryan Brown's show special, right here on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. Don't miss it. Okay, she's facing a court case coming up very shortly. Shakira, 6.5 million in unpaid taxes in Spain, so she's needs all the help she can get.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
Okay, some new changes to the notary system here in Spain, how it works. If you're going to the notary to buy or sell property, going to sign any official documents, getting a bank loans, mortgages, anything like that, there are some changes you need to be aware of. I'll be telling you all about that after this. You're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright, Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. And Guy, asking about the car stickers, the emission stickers. It's every car, Guy, every car that comes to Spain driving through the cities. Now, you don't need to have these emission stickers. It doesn't need to have it unless you're driving in city centres where these emission stickers signs are and the cameras are up. If not, you'll get a fine. So there are alternative routes where you can avoid the cities, these areas, so you don't need these emission stickers. But if you're doing long trips, long journeys, you need to plan ahead beforehand. I've done a post about this. There's information over on the Almeria Radio website. Click on the drop down menu, go over to my page there, and that's the information page. There's all the information you need to know, and how and where to get the emissions stickers. Okay, so yeah, notaries here in Spain. So if you're buying a car in Spain, you're selling property, you're getting a mortgage, a loan, you're buying a domestic appliance, and you're getting any finance on that, you probably have to go to the notary to sign. Now, what they're doing now is you have to go to the notary and go through what they call a pre-interview first. So that is where you sit down. Say, for example, you're changing a mortgage or getting a bank loan. You'll sit down and they will read through exactly the terms and conditions of what you're going to be signing. And at the end of that, they will ask you some questions in Spanish, and they will want the answers to, you have to answer straight away as well. So now these are not just straightforward yes and no questions. They are quite specific answers to make sure that you do understand. So if your Spanish isn't very good, then you should take somebody with you, an interpreter, because the notaries don't really speak any English. And then after you've gone through it, you sign the paperwork to make sure that you understand it. And then you have to make another appointment, normally about 10 days later, a week later, to come back and actually go through it again and sign officially. Now this is because years ago people were coming here to Spain and they were signing over for mortgages and things like that, and then later down the line when they defaulted, they said that they didn't really understand what was going on and it was too complicated, which if ever you've been to the notary, you'll know it is a fairly complicated system to sit through. But so that's why now you have to go for this pre-interview first. And when I went, the last time I went, we changed our mortgage here. Both my wife and I were sitting there and they asked my wife questions first, and she had to do some answers. And then the questions they asked me were completely different questions on the same sort of subject, and the responses were different as well to make sure that I understood and I wasn't just copying what she said. So yeah, if you're not up to it with your Spanish, take somebody with you that speaks English and Spanish. You will need to understand this before you, this is a pre-reading, they call it a pre-reading, before you go and sign officially about a week later at the notary. Como un Lobo there from Miguel Boss. And Jono Los G says, waiting to be a prison guard for Shakira. I don't think she's got a very good outcome by the look of it. They're looking for an 8 to 10 year prison sentence for her and a fine of 24 million euros. So she's got to try and dig deep in her pockets to get out of this one. Apparently, the prosecution have put another case up as well. So she's got 2 cases pending. The case is coming up in Barcelona in the next couple of weeks, and she's going to be sweating a bit on that one, I think. So yeah, make sure you pay your taxes in Spain. And talking about taxes and deposits here, I was talking to somebody earlier on this morning about buying property here in Spain, and they said to me they're a bit concerned because the estate agents has asked them to put down a 10,000 euro deposit on a property that's 180,000 euros. And they said, is that about right? Well, the thing is, there's no set fee really that you can put down as a deposit. Personally, I wouldn't find that a problem if I really wanted the property and I'd done my checks on it, because if you put down a deposit of 10,000 euros and you pull out, you will lose that deposit. But if you're really serious about it, you're sure you're going to buy that property, if the owners pull out, the sellers pull out, then they have to give you double the difference. So if they pull out, they would have to give you 20,000 euros. So that makes it harder for them to gazump you or to get in a better buyer, better price and things like that. So normally here, on 100,000 euro, 150,000 euros, the property deposit would be around 2,500-3,000 euros deposit. But as I say, if you're sure that you've done your checks, everything's right, it looks all legal and above board, I would be inclined to put down a stronger deposit if we wanted to make sure that we were going to get that property. It all comes off at the end of it when you sign at a notary, so you're going to pay one way or the other. But just make sure you do the checks and you are 100% sure before you pay any deposits here in Spain.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
Yeah, so guy in the comment section asking about the triangles, the emergency triangles when you break down on the beacons. Yeah, you can use these beacons now, these new flashing beacons that stick on the top of the roof of your car. There's just a flashing orange light. It's battery operated and it's magnetic. You can buy them in most places now. Most supermarkets are selling them, and you can use them legally now here in Spain. They don't phase out the triangles until I think it's 26, another 2 years before they're phasing out the triangles altogether. It's because the triangles and the vest, when you get out the car to put the triangles out, they're saying that is more dangerous now, so they're going towards using these flashing lights that sit on top of the car. Quite a good idea, I think. It's like the in American cop movies, you see they stick the flashing light on the top of the car. It's the same thing as that, but it's a smaller light. It's an orange light. You can get these from most ferreterias here in Spain. That's the DIY shops, and I see a lot of supermarkets selling them as well. Now, I'm not quite sure on the price of them, but haven't got around to getting one myself yet. But it's got to be a lot easier than getting a yellow jacket on and walking down the road to put the triangles out. Remember, the triangles, you're supposed to put one at the front of the car and at the back of the car as well. So yeah, it's a lot safer using these, and I think it's 2 years. I think you've got till the end of 2026, but don't quote me on that one.
With us, you never miss a hit. Never miss a hit.
Bill Withers there, Ain't No Sunshine. Well, that's it for another show. I'll be back same time next week, same place. And up next, it's a 5 o'clock hit mix with Rob Mack, keeping you all entertained with all the latest music. If you want any more information, tips and advice on living and working in Spain, go over to the Almeria Radio website and click on my page there for the information page. See you next week. Have a great weekend.
That's all, folks.